It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Dolphins and the Barons. All that and more coming up next.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Brooklyn Barons and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 59 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 20 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where it really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll give to Hall. Ooh, with a juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's Hall again. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now it's Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the snapper, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tua now on 1st down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Sets up 4th down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
A handoff for Hall. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And out come the Dolphins now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Second and 7.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Stopped at his tracks by Ahmad Gardner.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Zach Wilson.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Barons go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
10 yards
On 2nd and inches, Tua being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Here's a give to Hall. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll run. It's Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
intended for Corey Davis.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up for that one.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a toss running left, Akers. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
45-yard line.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Tua good throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kareem Hunt, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt won to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
There's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Hunt, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 4.
Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd year in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
But apparently, they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Bills with the lead in the 2nd quarter. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Cowboys. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 29, Wilson on the slant. He's got Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found once. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Wilson will throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. On second and a couple, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep down the field. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Throwing on second down, Tua. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From the 6, and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Obviously not the intended old last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Hall again on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll go right back. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd down and goal. Wilson eluding the pressure. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. He'll wind up losing 10 there. A full 10 yards. So that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
This
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he stops right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Hill to return it. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hall again on 2nd down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Tua going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Wilson. Short throw to Disley.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Hall on a give up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Morris. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll give to Hall. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Elijah Moore from a yard out. And the Barons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he wisely will throw that one away. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. A toss left side for Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Gets this one to Morris. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running left, it's Hall. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Ball again on second down. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morris. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 9. A minute 46 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Tua. Pass complete to Ali Cox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Here's Tua. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Ali Cox. Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Rolling to his left. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Tua to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw is Tua. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So that lines up a 7-play drive all told.
And it ends with a touchdown they needed, but not the two-point conversion, as this remains a 2-point deficit here in the final minute.
And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. To throw is Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on first down. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for our visitors,
their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year.
and they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Miami, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.